I'm told that a gunman came up near the White House on the west side, what is described to me as Gate 17. This is kind of near 14th Street on the west side of the White House, and came up and brandished some sort of a pistol. We don't know what type of pistol it was, but he then fired toward the White House 3 times. And the United States Secret Service, they returned fire. We don't know how many shots that they got off, and they apparently took the gunman down.
Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Alright, so you have a shooting, alright, over there at the White House. And this is just more sedition that's going on in this place, man. Alright, you had not too long ago somebody, so-called try to, make an attempt on Nero's life at a dinner, some type of, event. Dude ran in and shot him or whatever. And this guy, which, I don't know his name as of now, but, on the grounds of the White House, started to open fire and, had a shootout with Secret Service, and they ended up putting them down. But once again, this is just more prophecy, man. It's just sedition among men, and it's to the point now where this isn't even surprising anymore. All these violent events happening surrounding Nero, and this attempt, at an upheaval of the government in this place, man. All right, but of course, man, it's 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. All right, the king of America. All right, call it the president. All right, but it's really the king, emperor of this place, man. All right, and they're attacking him. I don't necessarily know if he was there at the time. But it's more violence from the people against, the government, man. All right. Kings and princes of this place are being attacked by the people. All right, this place is crumbling from within, man. And this is just the latest example. And this dude, all right, look like a Jake. This is what's gonna, events like this is what's gonna make it easy for them to play their media games and come up against those who preach the truth in this place, man. All right, you gonna be the new terrorist, man. All right, right now the face of terrorism, all right, the true terrorist is Esau, all right, but the face of terrorism is Ishmael, all right, Middle Eastern guys that they call them, all right. But that energy is gonna get turned towards the hopeful elect, all right. Although ain't no guns or nothing in our hands. It's no, violence being committed in this place by the hopeful elect. But, once they start playing the media game, they be having these people, like they say, hook, line, and sinker, man. Like they believe anything they see on TV. So, that's just something that came across my mind when I seen this. I seen the past 2 times it's been, what I perceive to be Israelites, all right, making an attempt, man, all right, and us knowing what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to do to this place as far as, the violence, all right, the destruction that he's going to bring, us proclaiming that, is of course going to make us a target, all right. But getting back to the point, this is just more sedition, man. The president getting an attempt on his life, the White House getting ran up on and shooting it out on the lawn, man. This is some normal shit these days, man. That's how you know this place is finished, man. Alright? I almost just scrolled past this shit, man. And like, alright, you know. But of course, Spirit jumped over me to do this video, man. Because it's just normal here, man. You know? But I ain't gonna hold you. I hope that video was edifying. Shalom.